Welcome to Bar Talk. I'm your host, Brandon T.
And I'm Sharice. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, so, like I said, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff at the beginning. But let's go into it. So, question to the audience everybody, all ages, all groups, all statuses. If there's a group of women sitting down at a table, they're sitting down at a table eating dinner and so forth, and one of the women is my woman. And somebody is celebrating an occasion or something. It could be a birthday, it could be a job anniversary, it could be a promotion, it could be new opportunities, something worth celebrating happening, and so forth. And I show up. Okay, my wife's already there, and she already there. Y'all going, and I show up. What is the expectation of me, other than to say, "Congratulations, good job, happy birthday, how old are you?" Let's sing it. Somebody go get her cake. I'll buy you a drink. What's the expectation out of that? What you got, Sharice?
Look, I've been on both sides of this situation. That depends on the man and his finances. First of all, if he didn't invite you and say, "Come on, I got you," it is not his responsibility to pay for your friends, your freeloading friends, because that's what they are. And they think that why is it they always go with your man? No, why aren't you going out with their man? So you're freeloading friends. But I've been on the other side where I dated a guy where I knew when he got there he would pay for everybody. I knew that because that's how he had it like that, and he was like that. But it is not a man's responsibility to pay for somebody's friends, especially when they get used to that stuff. What's gonna happen is every time y'all go somewhere, they're gonna be like, "Where Charlie at? Is Charlie coming?" So they know they don't have to pay.
I'm
So
broke,
that's what I
baby.
think.
That's what I tell them. I'm broke, baby. I don't even want nothing. I'm with her. Okay, so in this expectation, who you think? So if the if my woman says pull the card out and pay for everybody, and I'm like I'm broke, baby, should she be mad at me?
If your woman asked you to do that and had no idea of whether you could do that or not, you need to rethink your whole relationship for real. Because no woman should be thinking it is okay to use our finances without thinking about it, whether I want to do that or not. Now you know I got finance, Sharice, and that piece is a trip. She don't like paying for much of anything. So she pay for herself, but I don't expect that we as a couple are gonna do something that we did not talk about specifically up front. Like that video that's going around where the man is everybody mad, the bill $700, they want him to pay. He said, "I got my wife and I got the birthday girl." And the baby was there too. First of all, I found that video strange. Ain't nobody else man there. Where are they man? Where everybody else man? How come he's the only man there? And why would these people
I'm broke,
think
baby.
it's
I can't come.
well, okay, so you stay home too. Unless this look, my mama gave me money just in case the day that crazy. So you learned that growing up. You take your money with you. Be ready to pay for yourself. Order the chicken if you have to, but don't go somewhere you can't pay your own way.
Right. And so, all right. So that's one side. If my woman says I need to pay without knowing we can pay, uh, and so forth, that's one side. What if one of the friends, the homegirl over there on the left, right there, she tag along. She's like, hey, you should get everybody tab. What do we do with her?
Who she talking to? Who
She's
you
serious
talking?
about it. She want to argue me down about paying the tab. So what should happen?
I don't even hear you talking.
So
Paint drying on the wall.
who should say something to her? Should I argue back and forth with her? Should my woman do it? Or should I like I ain't here? I'm broke, baby. What should happen?
No, we're not paying. First of all, you're not manipulating me because that's what that is into buying you drinks. I don't do well with manipulation. I don't. And so when she does that, it would be bartender. Make sure the drinks I pay for are these two right here. Everybody, y'all figure that out. That ain't my problem. It's just not gonna be my problem.
So okay, so All right, what? Let me tell you this. So let me ask you this scenario. What if, okay, in that scenario, there was a big uproar about who pays for what, how, so forth. They debating the guy, and if I remember the video, the woman was more quiet, and the guy's arguing with the women about he ain't coming to pay for y'all. I got my woman, and I got the birthday girl, because this is happy birthday to her, and the other three women, you know what I'm saying, need to fend for themselves. So what do you? I mean, so you got that. So what if the time before that, the last occasion, you know what I'm saying, I was Big Daddy Big Bucks and I paid for everybody. So what in turn do you think, you know what I'm saying, is it fair? Is it understandable why the women would say, hey, why you ain't Big Daddy Bucks this time? Or is it, or it should be just situational, you should be prepared to pay for yourself regardless anytime?
I think you should be prepared to pay for yourself regardless of any time. Because what if he didn't come? What if he don't show up? Now you're not prepared. Now you don't have your $50 ready. Order that chicken and one drink. Because that's all $50 gonna get you today. But with that being said, you need to make sure you have your money. I don't care if he normally pays. In the video, if you notice, they said, well, what do you think? Whatever the wife's name is, let's Yvette. Yvette was like, I stand by my husband. And you know what? I was so happy she did that in the video because don't throw him under the bus, number one, in front of your friends. Number two, $700 is a lot of money to go out for any occasion without understanding I'm going to spend that up front. And number three, when I go out and there's a birthday girl, everybody chip in for birthday girl, unless one person was like, I got birthday girl, get yourself. So they should have been giving him money on the birthday girl.
Right? And the funny thing is
Bitches.
that the funny thing is in the video, the bill was $700 and there wasn't seven people at the table. So that means the ones that are complaining the most about somebody to pay probably had the biggest part of the tab. So, but yeah,
Well,
so
that's usually the case. Now, I went out one year, me, my best friend, everybody had a date, two of my best friends. And back then, this was a lot of money for a meal. And we went to a very expensive restaurant in Chicago downtown. I think it was something like $475.
mm,
Whatever it was, it came out to $75 a piece. It was my birthday.
okay,
And so I think everybody chipped in on paying for me, or my date paid for me, and there they paid their own way. So, but and we had bottles of wine. It was like it was a good time because we had bottles of wine, not drinks, but bottles. But
mm,
everybody paid their own way. So you don't automatically think that, oh, the whoever, what if they would have thought my date, because I'm the birthday girl, is gonna pay for everybody? He could have done it. But that ain't what he came here to do. It's my birthday. You wanted to go. You all knew we were going out to dinner. If you couldn't come, especially in a restaurant back then, that today it'd probably be equivalent to $1,000 of a bill.
right,
Um, and so no, take your money or don't come. Stay home. White Castle always open 24 hours if I'm not mistaken. Some McDonald's too. Go there,
right.
eat, but don't go out to a restaurant and think somebody else gonna pay for your greedy ass. Oops, greedy butt.
Yeah, I got you. So in other words, people, in this scenario,
It's a family
expectations.
show.
Like I said, there's been other scenarios where, and the same thing has happened before, where guy takes his girlfriend out, and girlfriend brings all her friends for her birthday, and she thinks the guy can pay for everybody's meal because she and so forth. So that goes back to our last show of entitlement and so forth. Because like I said, as a grown person, you should go to any scenario. You should know that so you can pay for whatever you order. Now, if you told something different, right? If it's your job related, whatever, they like, hey, we going out to dinner. Matter of fact, I guess that's not happened to 19. You know, say that y'all, hey, we going out to dinner or we going out to lunch, and hey, I got a company card and order what you want. But like I said, if you've been told that so such and such got it, we got it, whatever, then you act accordingly to that. But if you've not been told that information, and then get to then when the check come and you then ate the steak and then had two Hennessy's and a dessert and your tab $115 by yourself and you got $45 in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be good and so forth. And then expecting somebody to bridge that 45. You expect you to get somebody 45 and you walk off with your doggy bag and so forth is a problem and so forth. So I think that at the end of the day, people we need to realize we're not in the 60s, in the 50s, back when the man went to work, brought the money back, paid for everything, and the woman was in the house, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the children, and so forth. And that only relationship she ever had was him, and so forth. That those days is long gone. But somehow we trying to the time travel back to those days of easiness. But I guess you know what I'm saying with all this work from home stuff and TVs and social media and so forth, y'all are trying to transport yourself back in time instead of working. So do your job.
No, it's the thirsty sugar baby syndrome. That's what I'm gonna name it.
The
Thirsty
thirsty
sugar
baby.
baby.
Excuse me.
The thirsty baby, sugar baby syndrome. You think somebody's supposed to support you, pay for you, and it should be a man. That's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. It's
Right.
just as the lunch thing is ridiculous. You add that money up, you're talking $2,000 a month. You know what I could do with $2,000 a month? Who's doing that?
I know, right?
Is people just? It's a sense of entitlement, and women think regardless. And here's the other thing I want to just make this last point. They don't like Charlie no way. Okay? They're not gonna like Charlie if he pay for that lunch or dinner, and they're not gonna like him anymore if he doesn't. So why in the hell should Charlie pay for them to eat? Because they're gonna still be calling him all kind of names. I promise you.
For sure. His equivalents of new food stamps. Yeah. All right,
To the program.
Yep. So transition. So Trish doesn't have anything today, and so I will step in.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Follow me, people. I got this. So, think with me. Can you hear me? Think with me.
Now,
That's your thinking voice.
yes.
Think with me on the last time. Think about it now. Y'all all go see it. Come on now.
All right. So the thing I don't like, right? When I'm out and I'm doing conducting some type of business. I'm at a store. I'm doing some service. You know what I'm saying? I get my car service. Anything that I'm going somewhere and it's supposed to be a professional setting and I'm spending money. And you know what I don't like is when the person that I'm talking to behind the counter or just helping me acts too familiar. And what I mean by too familiar, come on now, people, follow me, is that I want to be Mister. I'm there, get whatever service, Mister this, Mister that, or you know what I'm saying, Mister Brandon, or hey, bar talk guy. Any of those proper designations. I don't want to go in there and we talk like we've known each other 20 years. Like we over here hanging on the block somewhere, or we in some bar somewhere. We just randomly talking like, hey, you know me when I'm going to do business. Now, Sharice, how do you feel about when you do these things and you don't get that full white man woman respect and they give you that familiarness like I suppose I already know you. How do you feel about that? Does it get your goat
Okay,
just as much as it get mine?
okay. Let me understand. Let's say you've never seen this person before, or
Ain't
you
never
come there
seen
enough
them
for them.
before. I take
Because I
months.
mean, I go to places and they've seen me a time or two, and they know my name, and I like that because I go there that often.
And that's
But if
different.
I go to some,
That's
okay,
different.
okay, I'm just making
I,
sure it's not that
I
scenario.
go in there,
So,
so I'm taking my car, I need an oil change. All right, bro, what we need to do? You know what? I want the professionalism. I want to be Mister. I want just like I heard you talk to the buddy over there, this Mister this. I will take care of your car here. Da, 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 da. I want that same professional. I don't want you to take the professionalism down. Like okay, it's a brother. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to you in that familiarity. Listen, I need that
well, look,
full.
look. When they say, "Okay, buddy," then you go. That's Mister Buddy to you. Okay, you will establish that respect. You simply stop and you go, hey, "Yeah, okay, buddy." That's Mister Buddy. That there you go. Problem solved.
Like I said, I don't want to have to fight for my respect. I want my respect off the top. You see me coming in, he in there first, and you, Mister This, okay, we take care of your car. Pronto, use all the professional, you know what I'm saying, words in the back of the user manual of a professional dictionary, and then you look at me like we go about to go hang out. Like I know you for 20 years, and we you know what I'm saying, we done talked 100 times. I want that full fledged respect. Like I said, that's why I say I call it too familiar. I don't like that too familiar, especially when I'm doing business.
I'm
Now,
telling you,
now, now, saying my
once
name
it
though,
slap around, they'll never forget Mr. Buddy. I'm telling you, just you gotta slap them around sometime. They ain't
right?
gonna forget.
Right, cause like I said, like I said, place I went and bought lunch for the day. I went there a few times. They want your name for your orders. They yell your name out, and I've been there a couple times. And the lady bring my name. She's like, "Hey, you Brandon?" I'm like, "Yeah, oh my god, I ain't been here 3 weeks. Okay, about you." And so forth. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? If I go anywhere like, okay, you gonna introduce me as like, oh, Brandon, da 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 da. But you know what I'm saying? If it comes to the slang terms of greetings and so forth, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Don't, you know what I'm saying? I understand that you think, you know what I'm saying, you had to be proper with them and you feel comfortable to be familiar with me. I don't like it. Do not like the familiarity. Treat
There's only one
me
way to get rid
and
of it.
let me bring the familiarity. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring the familiarity to me.
There's only one way to get rid of it because they're gonna keep doing it. I worked in retail. I worked in customer service in my first earlier jobs. The only way to stop that is to correct it, and that person will never forget again. I promise you.
So you correct it, and then wait till the next time you come there, and then they say it again, and then what do you do then?
Because now you buddy a hole. That's what you are now. Trust they gonna believe they gonna remember you. Now you ain't just Mr. Buddy, you Mr. Buddy a hole because now they don't like you. You're behind because you corrected that.
But like I said, at the end of the day, people in the comments, do you okay with the extra familiarity? Because think about it like this. I'm gonna put it better in respect. Now, do you remember the people that would go to places and look for a hookup? You know what I'm saying? Like, you brother, I'm brother. Hey man, what can you do for me? Can you hook me up somewhere? And that for me, if you ever worked in retail and felt that, hey, somebody asking you for a hookup or you doing some type of service and somebody want to hook up from you, own it. That I'm pretty sure you felt some type of way about that. Now that's how I feel flipped out talking to you when you come at me. It's like, hey, I feel that same energy. That's only people that worked in retail or had some type of business where somebody didn't want to pay your prices. But yeah, but at the end of the day, Sharice, I can't stand it. Can't stand it. But I get you.
Well,
You know,
look,
I should go fight the battle every time,
you,
and I do sometimes. That my body language tells them other times, and they're like, "Oh, let me turn professional on them." And then some people are like, "Yo, I don't care. We knowing each other for 20 years. We hanging out on the block right now."
telling you, one way to fix it. Put y'all comments in, not only on that subject. You know, I like to read the comments on the topic we talked about. I know everybody done seen that video because I done got it by me about 7 times every day for the last 3 days. That's why we're talking about it. I would love to hear the feedback on just the video too. So, and you guys, thank you so much for those comments and the likes and the follows and press follow too on the bar talk thing. I'm sorry I'm going on a tangent, but I think it's important. But just give it all to me. Give it all. I want the follow. I want the comments. I want the likes. I want everything. Give it all.
With that being said, we'll see you next time. Peace.